Okay, let's get started. Evening, ladies and gentlemen, once again, and thanks to all of you who've tuned in live this evening around the country. We're sitting in the halls of DuePoint this evening. I'm going to spend the next 45 minutes or so talking to you about DuePoint, what we do here, what we've been doing with DuePoint for the last 2 and a bit years now. But firstly, I want you to know that DuePoint is in fact a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Constantia was founded first in 1952. This is a 66-year-old insurance company that you're at this evening. This is not a startup. This is not a new business. This is a well-established financial services company in South Africa. We're listed on the JSE under Conduit Capital. We have both life, short, and medical insurance licenses. You can look us up on the FSB's website. You can go do all the research you need to do online, but you can also see all of our certificates and associations next to our front door on the way out this evening. We are, of course, also an authorized and registered financial services provider. There's our FSP number. The team here is actually here for you. There's 2 things we try and prove when we put this slide up. First one is that we are here in South Africa. We're a South African homegrown company. I think a lot of the things that you see these days, possibly for the first time, fly-ins and fly-out companies, I like to call them, you have to try and email someone in America or Skype them in Russia or try and dig them up in Australia or something. One of the things you don't have to worry about at DuePoint is that this is not an international company. It is a South African company. And you will find all of us here in this building from Monday through Saturday, every single day of the week. We are, in fact, here for you. And we hope you like us at the end of the day, because you are going to spend a lot of time with us if you work in the DuePoint system with us. This is me over here, Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive and founder of this division. Next to me is Tim. He's our resident banking expert and chartered accountant. We've got Stacey as well, another chartered accountant. We have her working reception because we want chartered accountants everywhere. Now, she also helps out with our finance and compliance, but you can see her at reception this evening. And then we've got Jane. She's our direct selling expert from the UK, but has spent the last decade here in South Africa with us. And then we've got Rob. He's our design guy. 20 years in the digital design space of financial services. We've got all the accreditations, all the licenses, all the degrees, more than a thermometer, I can assure you. But the main reason we're here is for you and in the assistance of you in the DuePoint system. So what is the DuePoint system? What is it that we do here at DuePoint? Primarily, our primary objective at DuePoint is to put into the hands of South Africans a tool that they can use, that they can control, that creates for them reliable and stable income. This is something that people often battle and grapple with at DuePoint. They keep going back to the fact that we're an insurance company and we're obviously here to sell insurance policies. Yes, folks, we do sell financial services products because we are an insurance company, but we can sell them through any one of our other divisions. We have direct selling divisions, we have UMAs, we have brokers. We've got all sorts of ways of us distributing our products. That's not the objective of this division. This division is a division created to create stable and recurring income in the hands of South Africans. The tool, we hope, will put you in a position that will unplug you from your current set of circumstances. Your current set of circumstances is one that, firstly, you have no control over. If you're a full-time employee or a business owner, you know you cannot control your income. Someone else tells you what you're going to earn, what increase you're going to get at the end of the year, what bonus you're going to get, and whether you are hired or retrenched or fired. You have absolutely no control over it. They'll give you structures and incentives and things like that, but those can be changed and got rid of, and as they generally do, as the economies and that change. And speaking of the economy, you have no control over your economy too. All of us in South Africa are just bystanders. We just watch as this ship rolls on, the economy rolls on. People in other places make laws that change the economy. People in other countries have wars that change our economy. We just watch as spectators. We have no control. The DuePoint tool, the DuePoint system we've created, is a tool you control. You have the control and the ability to create your income. And it is not an income that's here today and gone tomorrow. That's not what we wanted to create here. This is a reliable and recurring income that we are talking about here at DuePoint. We hope, too, that it will unplug you out of the debt system that you're all in. Every one of us is plugged into debt. It is a poison to our personal financial positions, and it is something that never goes away. In fact, we're making it a generational thing in South Africa. We create debt at every level and every possible aspect of our business, of our lives, and then we hand it over to our children when we pass away. That's what we do. We want to stop that. We want to curb that and change that here with our tool that we've created. Our secondary objective, ladies and gentlemen, is to create a different kind of financial services company, one that allows for greater communication with all of our policyholders, all of our product owners. We want to be in 24-hour-a-day communication with you anywhere in the world. We want you to be connected to the heart of our business, and we want to start teaching South Africa how the financial services industry works. It is one of the most guarded industries in the country because it is one of the most regulated industries in the country. And as a result, very few South Africans can break in. And with our system, we've created a window that lets people look in, get educated in the system, understand it better, and at the same time build a different kind of future for themselves. Now, with those two things put together, we created what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system is very simple. What it does is it allows any South African to join us as a wealth engineer. You contract to us, and in that contract you are given one task. Not selling, not advertising, not marketing, not advising, but the simple task of connecting individuals to DuePoint. Where you're able to connect people to us, you're able to create for us new channels of distribution for our products. We come along as DuePoint and we distribute our products into these channels, and your income is born. Our revenue is created, and we're able to create for you that extra recurring income that I've been talking about. It is the cornerstone of our system. It's the foundational piece. We do not sell trinkets here. You're not going to be selling mouth sprays and vitamin tablets and floor cleaning agents. You're not going to be selling any of these things. At DuePoint, we use financial services products, investment products, insurance products. All of these run on automatic debit order systems, which means that no matter your circumstances every month, whether you're lying in hospital, on the beach, you're overworked and can't do anything with DuePoint, our computer systems are going to raise those debit orders, and every month that they are paid successfully, your income comes in. There's no running back to your friends to beg them to buy again. There's no driving your car to the storeroom to fill it with more stuff every month. That's not how we work here at DuePoint. It is an automated system that creates recurring income for you. We layer that with the ability in our system for you to expand your ability beyond just your own two hands. One of the critical differences between business owners and employees is their ability to leverage the skills, times, and thoughts of others. You can only do so much in your 8 hours in a day. There's only so much income you can create. But as you create teams with us at DuePoint, you're able to create revenue beyond just the time and the facility you have. You're able to create a channel that creates income for you on a 24-hour-a-day basis. I said to our guys the other day, I think it was Friday morning, we woke up on Friday morning, and 12 people had become wealth engineers between midnight and 6 in the morning. Don't know what they were doing, but they signed up as wealth engineers. This is the type of business that runs 24 hours a day. You're not limited at any point in time. With our system, you are able to actually create something that runs beyond your own ability. Now, this is not an employment opportunity, guys. It's not an employment opportunity. You're not hiring, you're not recruiting, you're not sponsoring. All of these things that you heard about in the last century is not what DuePoint is. This is a tool. We're going to place it in your hands this evening. You're going to walk out the door with it. You are then going to decide what you do with that tool. We're never, ever going to contact you after that. I had someone last year say to me, Brendan, you never called me. I quit because you never called me. Folks, I'm not going to call you. This is your tool. You will use it as you want. You're free that way in this system. Now, there is absolutely no risk in becoming a wealth engineer, and I will debate anybody on that topic. We specifically designed the DuePoint system to not create financial loss for you. In South Africa today, we have all of these bits and pieces coming in all the time asking for your money. You just need 10,000 Rand and you can get started. Buy the starter kit for 5,000 Rand and you're in the door, etc., etc. Put your money into a computer and hope it comes out one day and you're in the door. That kind of stuff we hear all the time. We don't do that at DuePoint. To be a wealth engineer at DuePoint costs you nothing. No startup fee, no manuals that you have to buy, no application forms you have to pay for, and no monthly fees that you have to pay for. By being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer at no premium on your product. We've designed the system to prevent financial loss for you. Now, there is a price that you're going to pay, but we're going to talk about it later. It's not financial. Now, You also don't have to have any particular educational qualification. I said to you before, you're not brokers, you're not agents, you're not selling, and you're not advising, and you're not marketing or advertising in this system. And as a result, everybody can become a wealth engineer at DuePoint. You are, however, creating something of immense wealth. People bandy around the term all the time. You're building an asset for yourself. I must have heard it at about 50 different presentations where it's not true. You are not creating an asset if it doesn't create recurring income. Because our channels create an income that is there every month on a stable, recurring basis, you now have an asset. And when you have an asset, you can sell it, you can transfer it, and it will be passed on to your children. One day when you pass away, instead of giving them that debt so that they have to pay for clothes they never wore and pay for food they never ate, now you give them a channel that creates income. They don't have to carry on building it if they don't want. They can just simply continue to earn what you created in your lifetime, or they can choose to carry on building the channel if they wish. That's a real asset. That is what you create here at DuePoint with us. Now, this is a system of convenience. We sat down and we said we didn't like any of the things that the old network marketers used to do. This is a network marketing and direct selling source business. We came from the core from that, but we changed everything about it into the 21st century with the DuePoint system. All the things we hate, selling, no selling in the DuePoint system. Presenting, no presenting in the DuePoint system. Rob and I are the only two people that ever present in the DuePoint system. And all the other things, having to have stock, build specially cooled garages to keep all your mouth spray in, driving around, begging your friends to buy, being unfriended and blocked on WhatsApp and all of that, all gone in the DuePoint system. You have one task. It's simply connecting individuals to us. And when you connect individuals to us, well, before I say that, there are in fact only 4 ways that you can connect people to us. The first way is you can buy one of our memory sticks at the reception counter afterwards, 170 Rand. It's got our presentation on it with a whole bunch of other things to get you started with, and you plug it in a computer or a smart TV, and there we are giving the presentation. The second way is you can bring people here. Monday through Saturday, we present out of this auditorium. Nighttime, lunchtime, mornings. You will find a slot on our website. You can see the events where you can make it here. Bring your guests and we'll present to them. And then the third way, the number one most important way of connecting people to DuePoint is through our YouTube channel. You go to YouTube, you search DuePoint channel. All of the presentations we've ever done are going to come up. And you're going to be able to select your favorite one, our training, conferences, all sorts of stuff there. Select your favorite one 24 hours a day. Anywhere in the country. You just click play, and there we are, giving the DuePoint presentation for you. So now you understand why 12 people between midnight and 6 on a Friday morning would want to become wealth engineers. Because wherever they were, whatever shift they were working, maybe they were lying in the bath, we can't see them, it's okay, and they just pushed play, and there we were giving the presentation to them. You no longer have to worry about these sorts of things. And then the fourth way of connecting people to DuePoint is through our live streams. Every presentation we do broadcasts out to the country live, no matter where you are, whether you're at home, at work, as I said, in the bath, maybe at a restaurant. You can click play and you will watch us live in full HD surround sound wherever you are, and you can connect people to us through this process. When you do that, some of the people you connect, not all of them, are going to want to become wealth engineers. And when they do, we will allocate them to you and your channel is born. These folk go out, they do the same thing. They're going to talk to a bunch of their friends and acquaintances, connect them to DuePoint, and they too will become wealth engineers. And we again allocate them to you. And this process repeats itself over and over again over time. And over time, you create for us at DuePoint a new channel of distribution of people we have not connected to before. And we come along as DuePoint. We do it, not you. And we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel that you have created for us. And your income is born. Now, what's very important to note, ladies and gentlemen, and I know it's a disappointing fact, but DuePoint is not a get-rich-quick scheme. In fact, there is no such thing as a get-rich-quick scheme. There is only a get-poor-quick scheme. Okay, and a lot of us fall for it in South Africa. A lot of us. DuePoint is not. DuePoint comes with a price. Remember I said that right at the beginning? There's a price you're going to pay, and the price is your time. We convert time into money at DuePoint. That's what we do. Where you're unwilling to put time in, and I'm not talking about 5 minutes. I'm talking about basically the rest of your life. Where you're unwilling to put time in to the DuePoint system, you cannot create income. This is exactly the same as your career. You can't go to your boss, say, I'd like a job, but I don't want to put any time in. I'm not coming back on Monday. I'll give you 5 minutes on Wednesday afternoon. It doesn't work. It's exactly the same here. Now, every one of you is going to have a different amount of time you can allocate to this. All of you have free time. I know you're going to tell me, Brendan, I'm too busy for this. Welcome to the club of I'm too busy. It's 7 o'clock on a Monday night, and I'm standing here. I'm too busy. Every one of us is too busy. The idea behind DuePoint is to buy your time back. You start by taking that time that you spend in front of your TV, eating chips, running around a sports field, etc., and you convert that into DuePoint time that creates income for you. And you apply your mind and your thoughts, and most importantly, perseverance and persistence. Remember, you're going to be dealing with people. People are grossly disappointing. Grossly, they make you promises. They say they're going to be here, they say they're going to be there, and then they're not. You've got to have a thick skin in this business. That's the price you pay. And where you do, DuePoint changes your life forever. This is how it does it. We have two ways that we reward those who pay with time and energy and persistence. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 every month for every product that is paid for in your channel, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment is made. So, for instance, you run out, you chat to a couple of your friends. Some of them decide to become wealth engineers. They make their product payment, and you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. These are people you directly introduced to our business. That's R55. R55 for every product, not person, for every product paid every month. That means that people could take multiple products, and you'll get R55 for each product that they take, paid every month via our automatic debit order system. These folk go out and they chat to a few of their friends, and some of their friends become wealth engineers. And when they do and they pay for their products, again, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%, R55. Now, you, in this particular example, have been here 5 minutes. You put a handful of people in our business. Really, this is nothing. I was looking at some of our top channel builders today. This is like a drop in the ocean compared to what your potential at DuePoint is like. And you're earning just under R1,000 a month. Now, as I said, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. But $1,000 a month you're going to feel. You've done it in 5 minutes. You've got 1,000 extra rands every month coming in. Now you commit a little bit more time and a little bit more energy into the growth of your channel. As you do, you earn on a diminishing basis, but only down to the 8th point. From the 8th point beyond, you will always earn 4% of R27.50 for every product payment made where you qualify to earn. You want to work out how to qualify to earn? Go watch our 6-minute video on our YouTube channel. That's how long it takes me to explain the entire system to you. 6 minutes. We have tried to keep things simple here. Watch that and you will understand that your potential at DuePoint is completely unlimited. In fact, it is how we're going to create that generational legacy I was talking about. If you are limited to where you can grow, then how can you hand it over to your children? With us, you can grow it, and in their lifetime, they can grow it, and they can hand it over to their children, and they can grow it. And you can earn on the entire channel if you qualify to earn. Now, what does that translate to practically on a day-to-day basis? Well, it's difficult to answer. Every one of you are going to grow differently. As I said, you've all got different amounts of time, different circumstances in your life. Some of you will feel more strongly that you don't have time for this, others of you less. All right? So I can't really answer the question. But what we did was we took 2 decades of information and we did a whole lot of maths on it. And we said, what could we reasonably expect the average wealth engineer to grow like at DuePoint? We wanted to be as conservative as possible, and we believe we succeeded in what we called the 3+2 growth formula. What it says is, in your first month with us, you are responsible for adding 3 people to your channel. 3 people in an entire month. Okay, we feel like this is a reasonably conservative request. All right, I've seen beta presentations where they say 15 people in a month. 3. Okay, then every month thereafter, you are responsible for adding just 2 people to your channel. That's the +2. So 3 in your first month and 2 every single month thereafter. Now, that's where the persistency comes in. I can't work this out if you're growing 1 month with 1 person and then nothing the next month, then 6 the next, and then no one for 3 months, and then 1. Can't do that. With a growth formula, you've got to put 2 people in every single month, 24 people in a year. Not a big ask. 1 every 2 weeks is what we ask you to do. Now, if you can do that, and we apply our cancellations, lapses, people not doing 3+2, etc., to it. We believe that after 6 months, you can reasonably expect to be earning, on a conservative basis, around 2,500 Rand a month with us. That's 30,000 Rands worth of extra income you have now created for your household. We're not going to ask you to quit your job here. That is crazy. This here is something you're going to do to convert your hobby time into money. That's what I always call it, hobby time. It's the stuff when you're not doing your work. And we create for you, when you create for you, over the course of 6 months, reasonably about 2,500 Rand extra a month. For some people, it's too little. For others, it's an amazing amount. If you look at the real value of money, you'll understand what you've created at 2,500 Rand a month. Now, if you can push through to a year with us, 1 year, we reckon you can reasonably expect to be earning about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. That's 120,000 Rand a year, and it's 10,000 Rand every month coming into your bank account. Now, I reckon most people would be quite relieved with an extra 10,000 Rand a month. The question you have to ask yourself, are you willing to create a new habit in your life? Very few people are able to create habits in their lives. Not the good ones, anyway. You've got to create a new habit with DuePoint, because this is a year of work. It's not the first 10 days. It's not when you go home tonight and talk to Dad, and Dad goes, "Oh, you're such a sucker, you fell for another scam," because he has no idea who Constantia is and who DuePoint is. No, and then you quit, which is what a lot of people do. They get personally offended by the process of connecting people to DuePoint. It's very sad. Now, if you can have a thick skin and get through the first couple of weeks of learning how to do this, I often say to my guys, you suck in the first 12 months. You have no idea how to take the DuePoint system and put it into a 60-second sentence. You can't do it. You're practicing still. You've got to have the thick skin. Can you survive a year? Because if you do, and you're able to put 2 people in every month with our system, you can reasonably expect to be on about 10,000 Rand a month. If you can do it for 2 years, if you form the new habit and you convert your time over 2 years, we reckon that you can reasonably expect to be earning around 27,000 to 30,000 Rand a month. That's 360,000 Rand a year. Most individuals never earn that much in South Africa. This is extra income. So even if you're earning 100,000 Rand a month right now, you know that an extra 30,000 certainly wouldn't hurt. It certainly wouldn't hurt. And that's what you've created in 2 years with us. Can you do 3 years? If you've created the habit, I'm sure you can. 3 years, you'll be on about 45,000 to 50,000 Rand a month, 600,000 Rand a year. If you can do 4 years with us, conservatively and reasonably, we expect you to be on about 60,000 to 65,000 Rand a month, 720,000 a year. And if you can do half a decade with us, that's 5 years. You can see how this is not like Facebook that promises you $1 million after 3 months. That's not real. This is real. If you can do 5 years with us, half a decade, we reckon you can reasonably expect to be on about 80,000 to 100,000 Rand a month. That's R1 million a year. R1 million a year. Now, we get different responses to this calculation. Some people say, Brendan, it's too slow. That's the majority response. You might be surprised to hear. They go, nope, I need the money sooner. Folks, I can't do that because this is not real. Now, of course, you're not limited to 3+2. You can grow at any rate you like. If you've got 8 hours a day and you want to pour all 8 hours a day into DuePoint, you will grow faster. But when it comes to genuine, real income, time is always the ingredient. You have to put time in to create real income. Now, I'll ask many of you, how long have you been employed for? And some of you are 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Have you got to any of these numbers during your career? No. But you're all going to go back to work tomorrow, are you not? So why are you concerned it would take 5 years to get to 100,000 if in the last 20 you haven't made it to 30? I'll ask this question. It's a broken formula. We've been so indoctrinated into regular and full-time employment that we believe that nothing else works. No, it's not true. It's not true. It is a broken formula. We need, in South Africa particularly, to be able to supplement our normal earnings with something that will get us to our aspirations and set us free from the circumstances of our economy. And it's got to be something like this. Are you willing to think outside the box with us here? Other people say to us, this is rubbish, it's just maths, nobody's ever going to earn it. I've seen one of these. All right, folks, you have never seen anything like DuePoint, but it's a good question. And we like to see it on the ground. So every month we get up a handful of folk, 3 or 4 people, we put them on the stage, we show you what they're doing. We don't get all the high flyers up, we get guys who are struggling too. And they get up and they tell their story about how they're using the DuePoint system. If you go to our YouTube site, you'll find them all there, but this was last month's bunch. And if you come through next week Tuesday, you know him. There we go. You see. Did you see? We had to chop his head off because otherwise you couldn't see Johnny down here. Yeah, that's right. Nick and Johnny, full-time parents, full-time employed. They don't have time for this business. They don't. They work all day and then they have to look after their children all night. But they wanted to build up an income that's going to supplement their earnings. Over the course of a year, they've built an income that's now worth 48,000 Rand a year to them. That's holiday money. That's 48,000 Rand a year that they can go on holiday with. You know, the 4,000 Rand a month is not going to change your life, but it can certainly give you some wonderful things during your life. 48,000. They've done that first year. Nick's quite funny. He says he came home after his first 2 weeks with us, and he said to his wife, I can't do this. I've spoken to everyone. They all said no. She says, you've spoken to everyone? He said, I've spoken to everybody. Everybody. There is no one left. So she said, all right, well, let's write down all the names of the people you've done. He wrote them down. There were 14 names on the paper. She said, I think you need to keep going. It was a good lesson for him, and he has kept going. He's done an entire year at it, and he was, in fact, here on Saturday, and he's doing fantastically well. Fantastically well. Now, we've got Jack. Jack joined us about 10 months ago when I pulled these numbers. 10 months ago, he started out. I mean, he's handicapped already because he comes from Witbank. That's got to slow you down. Huh? And in 10 months, he's built himself an income of 8,000 Rand a month. I said it would take a year to get to 9,000 to 10,000, didn't I, in the maths? I think he's on track. I think he's going to be there. Then we've got Don Landon. He comes from Port Elizabeth. Again, one would argue that he's not in Gauteng. He's not near the head office. He's got things working against him. First 6 months did nothing. I'm not sure if that's a Port Elizabeth thing. And then the second 6 months, he said, no, I'm going to get down to business now. He started up. He started building his channel. And in 6 months, he created for himself an income of 11,000 Rand a month. So I said it would take 6 months to get to 2,500 Rand a month. You see, you can do there's any formula. We're trying to be conservative. 6 months, 2,500 Rand. I think that's a good milestone that you should be aiming for. I don't like it when people say, well, I wasn't on 10,000 Rand after 6 months, so I quit. No, we said you should be on about 2,500. But he said, no thanks, I'd like to be on 11. And he put his head down and he went going. I understand this Saturday he had a team of over 50 people watching our presentation on Saturday morning. He'd got 50 people gathered in a room. That's how you get to 11,000 in 6 months. He's going to get to 20 in the next 6 quite easily. And then we've got Molat Letsana from Bloemfontein, Free State. Joined us about 7 months before I pulled these figures. These figures are around about 7 months. In those 7 months, she created an income of 11,000 Rand. I pulled them again in December. She was on 25. Okay, so in less than a year, she's got to over 20. Less than a year. What I'm demonstrating to you tonight is just the potential of the tool. That's all it is. Your experience might be completely different from this. Completely different. You are going to decide what you do with this tool. I'm not going to decide what you do with this tool. If you go to our YouTube channel, you can go and see all the testimonies. We must have close to 100 now of just people we've pulled up on stage, 3 or 4 a month since we launched this division. Some people earning 700 Rand a month, not shooting the lights out. Others 3,000, some 8,000, some 20, some 70,000 Rand a month. It's all up to you. You can decide what outcome you want. That is our returns program, ladies and gentlemen. Put it in a box, put it aside. It's the first way you earn with the DuePoint system. The second way you earn with the DuePoint system is through our XP Rewards program. It's our training program. It's how we teach you from beginner to expert in this whole system we've created. So some people say to me, Brendan, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to. Good news. We take your hand. And we take you step by step through the process. And as you complete the steps in our program, we give you XP points, experience points. They're just a measure of your experience and maturity with us. They're not worth rands and cents. And as you gain experience, naturally your channel grows. And where you meet the 2 criteria in our program, we rank you up. When we rank you up, we reward you. In the beginning, with a little bit of cash. As you get a little bit more serious, your channel gets a little bit bigger. Well, so does the cash. Get a little bit more serious and a little bit bigger. Then at around rank 5, we start to give you tools that we know are going to help you grow your channel here at DuePoint. At rank 5, you get an imported lightning memory stick from the United States of America, plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa. It's got all of our downloads and presentations and tools and everything you're going to need in building your channel here with us. Great tool to connect people to us with. At rank 7, we give you an imported set of business cards worth 12,500 Rand, gold gilded, gold printed on imported paper. Takes 6 weeks to print for you. When you hand people these cards, they immediately connect to our business. You can ask any one of these guys. Some of them are here tonight. Find them in the crowd. They will let you look at but not touch their cards. And you will see how powerful the impact is of these cards. At rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size, every year that you do, we take you and your family away on a business class trip, 7 days, 5-star, all expenses paid. Now, this is an all expenses paid trip that's not like the ones you've seen in other presentations, where you've got to pay the airport taxes if you want to come, where you've got to get your own transport to the airport if you want. Some, you've got to buy your own air tickets. This is all expenses paid. We pick you up at your house, and we deliver you back at the end to your house. You can leave, as Patrick and Pumi tested this year, your credit card behind. It was risky, maybe a bit silly, but in the end, it worked out for them. It is all expenses paid. And as long as you maintain your channel size as a rank 9, every year, for the rest of your life, we take you away. We're going in December. We're going in December again. We've just come back about 10 days ago from our rank 9 trip this year. We're going again in December. There's 11 months. Any one of you can join us in the next 11 months. It's a decision you're going to make. It's not an easy rank to get to in 5 minutes. No. Because it's rank 9, not rank 0, which is where you're all at right now. But if you remember the returns program we spoke about, and you remember now the XP Rewards program, is the prize big enough for you to change the way you think about generating income? Is it big enough for you to start trying something a little bit outside the box of your dead-end job? And I can say that because 99.5% of us have dead-end jobs. This is where we're going. This is what we did last year and this year with our conference.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
All right, well, that was some footage of where we went to, and that was the actual hotel that we stayed at. And we're going to be doing that again at the end of this year, as we do every year. And you can decide whether you want to come with us. The wonderful thing about the DuePoint system is it's an accumulating system. You don't have to start at zero in January every year, as you do in many cases. With us, whatever you do this year, even if you don't make rank 9 this year, is where you start in January next year. And so we give one of our guarantees here. The guarantee is you will go rank 9 if you persevere at DuePoint. The other guarantee we give is you won't go rank 9 if you quit. Those are our two guarantees. Because it's an accumulating system, you will ultimately get there, even if you put 10 people in a year. You will get there. The decision is now up to you. At rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It's not branded. It's not rented from us. You don't finance it through us. We don't give it to you and then take it away. It's your car. It's what you will use to build your future with us when you can persevere. Now, I see there's a lot of excited faces here. We do. Generally, by the end, everyone's high-fiving me and book my ticket, Brendan, book it. I'm coming. Then I never see you again. Remember, when you leave this room this evening, you're going to face the reality. The reality is you've got to go out there and you've got to talk to as many people as you can constantly over time if you want to succeed with us. Don't forget that. As part of our training program, every month we run wealth quests. They're different each month. And they have various different tools that you are rewarded with where you complete the criteria of these wealth quests. They're training steps for you. They build sustainable channels for you. And everybody of every rank can participate in them. This month, to get us really fired up and kicked off into the new year, because we know you spent all your money over Christmas, this month's wealth quest is our Sprint 2018. If you can put one person into your business every working day this month, 20 people in total, and have them all paid by the end of this month, you get 10,000 Rand in addition to your returns and rewards for this month. Now, we were talking about this at some training we did the other day. 20 people on your first point. Forget about the 10 grand. You've now got 20 people building your channel into the rest of 2018. It is incredibly powerful wealth quest, this, the one you want to achieve. There's still 15 days left in this month. I think there's enough time. I've had people do these wealth quests in a week. It's just about setting your heart and mind to it. Are you willing and ready to put the work in? If you are, there's 10,000 Rand waiting for you. Those of you who are doing it, remember, everybody's got to be paid by the last day if you want to get in there. Right, so people ask me the question, Brendan, I've done the maths, it doesn't seem to work. How do you fund this business? All right, well, let's explain it. In the very traditional insurance and banking space of this world, we connect people to us through direct marketing. We run adverts on TV, billboards, radio stations, SMS campaigns, bathroom campaigns, taxi campaigns, hundreds of millions a month that we spend across the industry trying to get you to connect with us. It has, in fact, been slowly diminishing. People are not responding to adverts anymore. And so more money than ever is being spent on them right now. How do we fund that? Nobody seems to ever ask that question. It seems like a legitimate model, so we won't ask the question of how that's funded. Well, folks, we simply reverse engineer all the cost of that advertising into your monthly payments. Your banking fees, your funeral cover, your car payments, your house insurance payments, whatever insurance you're paying or banking fees you're paying, about 50% of it is next month's marketing cost every month. You pay for it. Now, at DuePoint, we've done exactly the same thing. We've built it into the price of our products. The only difference is we don't do any advertising here at DuePoint. That's why you've never heard of us before tonight. We use you. You go out and connect individuals to us. And all that money we would have spent on SABC, DSTV, Prime Media, etc., is now available to you and your channel. It's a simple redirection of the flow of funds in our system. All right, having created channels of distribution for us, we come along as DuePoint and we facilitate the purchase of 3 products in your channel. Now, what's quite good is you've come in January. This is the last month. You'll be able to purchase these products on the old price. From the 1st of February, the prices are going up, so this is a good month. Our first product is our Access Wealth Plan. It, in fact, contains 2 independent products in it. For 299 Rand a month, you get, firstly, a tax-free investment account. This is not a savings account, it's an investment account. You now become a shareholder in the Stock Exchange of South Africa. We take 100 Rand of your 299, we put it into that investment account, and you can draw it out at any time. There's no notice periods or restriction periods or penalty fees on our investment account. The second product that you get in the Access Wealth is 110,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. That's 299 a month. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. Our Wealth Guard product is 274 Rand a month, and for 274 Rand a month, you get 1.1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. This means that if you pass away from an accident, your beneficiaries are going to get 1.1 million Rand. Now, folks, we do not cover death via illness or natural causes here. Why? Because our primary objective, if you remember, is to create income in the hands of South Africans. Strangely enough, not necessarily to move financial services products. Now, if we add illness and natural causes to any of our products, then everybody you bring here, I have to do a risk assessment on. What pre-existing conditions do you have? How old are you? What circumstances do you live under? What occupation do you have? And I can tell you, half of the people you bring here will not be able to become wealth engineers. And that will limit your ability to create income tremendously. With us, we cover accident, death only, and therefore everybody in South Africa can be covered by us and can be in your business making you money. The third product we have is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 274 Rand a month to be part of our club, and as a member of our club, you get access to all of our suppliers, who we as a large corporate have negotiated the best prices, discounts, account packages, specialized account managers, everything we can. We have negotiated through our supply list, and it's extensive. It goes from grocery stores to retail stores, gyms, entertainment, travel, motor cars, data for cell phones, etc. We've got them all. And for 274 Rand a month, you get access to all of them. That's our non-financial services product, but we love it dearly. So folks, that is DuePoint, top to bottom. Now it's a decision about how you want to earn your income going forward. If you stay in your careers, you know what the outcome looks like. You've got millions of examples around you. No one's going to ask you to quit. What we're going to ask you to do is pick up this tool. No money will pass from your hands this evening. And go out there and start levering a different kind of financial freedom and future for yourself through our system. If you want to become a wealth engineer this evening, it's super simple. Go to our website, DuePoint.net. You will find everything that we have said there and everything there is to know about DuePoint and Constantia on that website. Click the apply button, fill out the form, and you're a wealth engineer. You can immediately start building your channel from that very moment forward. Read our code of conduct and get started. But before you do, what I want you to do is grab some of our tools. These are not profit centers for us. We don't make money off of these things. These are tools that are going to help you succeed. You can get them at our information counter, or you can order them at info@DuePoint.net, and we'll have them delivered to you. Our memory stick, 170 Rand with the presentations on it. It's a good one to have. Your custom-made business cards. You can order a set. It's not the 12,500 Rand set. It's a far more affordable set. You get 500 cards that we have custom-made for you that you can start getting out there. Backup batteries for your phones that keep dying. We know you come and ask us for charges every single presentation. Get the battery so that your phones don't die. And a whole host of other things that you can get to start moving and connecting people to your business. Get those right now. Then, folks, we want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I told you it was the #1 way of connecting people to us, anywhere in the country, anytime. It is free to subscribe to our channel. Go and do it. Then you know when we go live every day. You can know when we upload new videos. It's very important that you subscribe. And then we want you to download our free app. Use our Wi-Fi, get it on your phone, get it on your tablet. It connects you directly into your channel in real time. Second by second, you can see what's going on in your channel with us. You've got your tools with you. You've got all of our training. And guys, I'm going to ask you to watch the training. Please. We didn't do the training videos for fun. Some of them were quite hard work. We did them for you. If you watch the training, you'll know how to do this business and you will succeed. And then all your personal documentation and particulars are on the app as well. Please get it. Once you've done that, click your name in the top left-hand corner and it's going to bring up your profile. When it brings up your profile, click on the little picture up there. Take a picture of yourself, head and neck, that's all we want. And once you've set up your profile picture, you get 1,000 XP. You could walk out of here this evening with 1,000 XP already towards your training program and towards going rank 9. Okay, do that for us tonight. Now, folks, the things I want you not to do this evening. 5 things to remember. Read our code of conduct, but I want you to remember these 5 things. Do not become a wealth engineer, folks, if you can't afford it. There are costs involved. You're going to be traveling around connecting people. There's data. This is a completely online business. There are costs involved. Don't put yourself in a worse position by becoming a wealth engineer. Then, folks, you need internet access. If you don't have at least a semi-smartphone and an ability to use it, you know, like your granny might have an iPhone, but she has no clue how to use it, then this is not the business for her. And it's not the business for you. This is a completely online business. And then, folks, if you struggle with transport, you are not going to be able to connect people. And if you can't connect people, you can't be a wealth engineer. So don't become a wealth engineer if you can't do those 3 things. If you can do those 3 things, excellent. Then I don't want you doing the following. Most importantly, do not ever fill out the application form on behalf of somebody else. That application form is a contract. It is illegal and fraudulent for you to fill it out on behalf of someone else. You could end up going to jail as a result. In that application form, you're going to agree to terms and conditions of being a wealth engineer, of our products. You're going to give me permission and authority to debit your bank account. You cannot sign that on behalf of somebody else. So please don't. Folks, don't add any of your direct family into your channel if they live in the same house as you. That's the rule. If they're in the same house, granny, aunt, fifth cousin, twice removed, I don't care. If they're a family member and they're in your house, they can't be in your channel. Husbands and wife work under one W number. One W number. You make one channel and you work together as husbands and wife. We've had a history of far greater success with couples than with individuals. All right. Go and talk to your lead wealth engineer if you want more information on that. And then, folks, I have set you free from any need to advertise or market. That is our job. Do not run out and set up DuePoint web pages. Do not run out and set up DuePoint Facebook pages. Latest one was Friday morning or Thursday morning. DuePoint Johannesburg. You are not DuePoint Johannesburg. You cannot purport to be DuePoint Johannesburg. You are breaking more laws than you even understand. Use your personal Facebook pages and you can engage as you want off of your own Facebook page. But don't do any advertising of DuePoint beyond your own social networks. Okay, you're free from that. You don't have to worry about it in our system. And then take responsibility for all the people you put in your channel. Don't send them to our office or send them to a presentation somewhere and not go with them and expect the people to look after them. They won't. They're yours. This is your channel and your people. Look after them. Build your channel. Demonstrate the right example to those who you want in your channel. Folks, 10th of February, we're going to have our 2nd annual conference. As I said, this division is 2 years old. It's our Converge conference. We're going to be recognizing all the best performers during the year of 2017. It is going to be an amazing event. You want to be there. It's at an incredible a venue called The View. It's on like the 30th floor of one of these big skyscrapers in Sandton. It's going to be black tie, 3-course meal, all the drinks you can drink within reason. And it's going to be an amazing, amazing evening. It is available for all rank 4s and above. So if you wish to join us, you need to get to rank 4 by the end of January. Get your ticket. There's limited tickets. Buy your ticket and come and join us. Rank 4s, you get to bring a guest with you if you want. It has to be a registered wealth engineer. Make sure everybody's got their tickets and get them bought now, guys, before they run out. We're starting to see people are calling in and going, oh, is there a ticket left? Please go buy it. Don't wait. Buy it now before it's gone and we have to turn you away. All right. Lead wealth engineers, if you're wanting your guys at this conference, you know what to do. Get them to rank 4 by the end of January. All right. Folks, you can see that we are rather serious about what we are doing here. A lot of capital, time, and experience has been put into the development of what we think is an incredibly unique solution to the South African economic problem. We want you to join us in what we're trying to do here. You get to take this tool away this evening without any cost to you. But it has the potential to completely re-engineer your future. If you want to join us and you've got questions or concerns, come and ask us. Ask the people who brought you here this evening, or come and ask me or my staff. You can even drop questions to info@duepoint.net if you want. But get your answers and get out there and start changing your lives. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you all outside now, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in live tonight.